Welcome back to Pocket23. I am here with Odd Kid and SDR talking about our colorful work history. Last episode, we talked about our first jobs. This episode is about our worst job. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I like how you give the princess wave.
Yeah.
An SDR, and he's like,
That's me. The princess wave.
the princess wave. Yeah.
No, the model.
Right.
You have to break the elbow. It has to break the elbow. That's
Like this.
That's if you're on a float.
Like you're cupping an elephant's balls.
Shit, I can't do it with that arm. Oh man.
All right. So last time we started with SDR. So Z-Man, the floor is yours. What is your worst job? And you can't say beating snakes in the head because that one's already taken.
Yes.
You only had a week to think about this.
I know. I don't know. I didn't think. I didn't know we were going right to. What was my worst job? I don't know.
I don't know. You're gonna have to tell us.
I liked all my jobs.
Well, there had to have been one you liked less than the others.
That's a good point. So, like, out of a 1 to 10, you have one that's at 9.5.
Okay. Yeah. So being a PA, a production assistant, also in California, they call it a pissant or a personal asshole. You are the gopher on set to get anything and everything with walkie batteries, coffee, making coffee. Oh boy, did I screw that up.
Now, who would you get this stuff for?
Different people on the movie set, director, producer, anything above you. You're pretty much dirt.
The
on
homeless
bottom.
guy.
Anybody. Yeah, seriously. If they had a background guy who was homeless, I'd be the one running over and giving him a bologna
Even
sandwich.
giving a bloody nose. If there was a homeless guy that said it, I'd be the one to give him his bloody nose.
No, they give him his
Awesome.
bologna sandwich. You pay attention if we needed him in the scene. So when they told me I had to make coffee, I didn't know how many grounds to put in it. I didn't know what to put in it.
He said coffee.
So they were-
I thought he was putting grounds in the bologna.
No.
I'd be the one to rub it on the ground, depending on how much I hated him.
No, the grounds in the coffee machine.
So no one
It's-
ever told you how to make coffee.
No, it was this big giant coffee like thing. You know, with a
With
almost.
a scooper? Did you have a scooper?
No, I just
No,
dumped
that's a
it.
litter
Dumped
box.
it.
I just
That-
dumped it.
Oh, damn.
I just dumped it. I just
No one
dumped
ever
it.
taught me how to make coffee.
That was the
either.
extras restroom.
I just dumped it. I dumped it in there, but actually,
oh,
So
you
you filled the filter with coffee.
I didn't use the filter. That's a problem. I
You
took
didn't
the
use
filter
the
thing out,
filter.
and I just threw the whole thing, and then I put the filter on top, and then I put more coffee because I thought it would be stronger. And these people,
Well, I'm
It was
sure it
strong,
was,
all
yeah.
right.
they're drinking.
They were shitting out the grains.
I remember seeing the director producer take the first sip and going, "What the fuck is that?" And he goes, "Who made the coffee?" And I was all excited because I thought that they would be excited about it. I'm like, "I did." And he goes, "You're
coffee."
fired, fired. Get the fuck off the set. If you can't make coffee, you're gone."
I'm too much. Of a
What good
smart
are
ass.
you?
But see, they still needed me to do like runs and stuff. So I really wasn't fired. I worked on
Because
the-
you've been drinking a lot of that coffee. You had all kinds of runs.
That's for
Oh,
sure.
man.
Running to get
The whole
toilet
crew had to
paper.
run.
Changing the litter box.
So would they just like give you a list of things they needed?
Oh yeah, one of the ones was to actually I think that was the second AD. Dave can fact check.
We don't
Can you
fax anymore.
fax that over to me when you're done?
I could fax check, but it might take a while since nobody has one anymore. We'll be waiting here all night for that fax to come back.
Shut up. Fact check that when you're the second AD, you do schedule, but you're also in charge of the actors, right? Make sure they get to set and stuff like that. But that also, we lost our power. Can be.
We didn't lose our power, just the screen shut off.
Oh.
Because I stopped looking at it.
So your question, SDR, you could be in charge of an actor. Like say I'm in charge of the character Joey. Wherever
Okay.
he goes to take a shit, I have to stand outside the bathroom trailer.
And he's like, I need some toilet paper.
well,
And you're like, okay, so
There's shit everywhere. There's shit. Oh my God.
coffee.
Somebody get the PA.
The coffee. It's all about the coffee.
It won't stop.
damn
I
coffee.
can't stop. I'm gonna need some new underwear.
Call
I need some toilet
wardrobe.
paper. I need
Call
some underwear.
wardrobe. Call wardrobe. Underwear. Call wardrobe.
Does anybody know where my star is?
It's stuck to your ass.
Z-Man's like, I do.
Yeah, it's stuck to your ass. So
We're gonna have to do the scene from the shirt up.
all right, so how old was I? I was in my 20s.
So what I
was
want
it?
to know is,
Yeah.
oh
Man.
so you need these items for this dude. You need the toilet paper. You need the underwear. Do you wait to get a list
Or did you
of
just
things
carry that
from
on your belt?
other
It's
people?
like a Batman belt with your underwear and a toilet paper.
Yeah.
So
I have my walkie batteries. I've got my walkie-talkie. I have my headset on. I got my underwear slanged on this side for him. I've got an extra toilet paper roll over here, and I'm ready to go because I've given this coffee out, and everybody has the shits.
So
But
did you ever get caught in the porta potty with your mic still on?
Oh man, taking a dump.
It's like,
dump.
God,
blowing the place up.
that's so strong, Tommy.
and then your boss goes, switch to 2.
That's what I'm doing. Number two. Who do you work for? My little Austin Powers bit there.
Oh my God, I lost my stuff.
Oh man.
Oh man, I'm falling apart here. All right.
So what I wanted to
Hold
know
on,
was,
hold on, let me finish.
Oh, that wasn't enough information for you?
I didn't even get to ask my question.
Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. So
Deep breath. Woosa. Okay.
Woosah.
We can do it.
Okay, so yes, everybody had the shit. It's my
right.
coffee.
So
Hold on. So
It gets deeper.
all right. So when I
does.
like Dave said, when you go into the Star trailer or the what do you call the bathroom there? The Star bathroom or whatever what's it called? Doniker.
I don't know. I don't remember what it was called, but they used to have these trailers, and they basically are just bathrooms on wheels.
Yes.
So they're not like porta potties. They're actually pretty
Yes.
nice.
all right, so I've been to something like that.
Yeah, but these are
on
nice
music
ones.
festivals.
Yeah, these are nice. These aren't like
yeah. If you go to
crappy
the
ones.
VIP section of a music festival,
There you
that's
go.
what you get.
Right, exactly. So that's what the actors get, and then as crew we get that too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're told always to turn off our microphone or anything before we go in though. And sometimes you forget and you're live and and you're like, and there you go. Like half the set is just hearing you take a crap. and then someone says, switch to 2, switch to 3, Brad, switch to 3. And I switch to 3. And then my boss is like, turn your freaking mic off. We just heard you take a crap. and then
You're
I
all,
switched.
I wish it was a crap, man. That was all water.
That was all water.
Here, wait, I'll send a photo.
And then I go
I
back.
know a gas station that hangs it on the wall.
You're not.
It's a collector's item.
I go back to Justin.
Not put paper towels.
I go back to. I go
in
back
with
to.
the crap.
Hey, I go back to Justin, my boss on 3, and I'm like, I don't think I really made the coffee that well. So you're really gonna have to check this out because some people are gonna.
Will someone please come look at my shit?
There's gonna have a problem with other people today with the coffee.
Sir,
And
I might have to take some time off. There's blood.
There's blood in the stool.
no, we're good with that. So yeah, that day was probably one of the worst jobs in Hollywood because
sounds
I
pretty
really screwed up the coffee, and a lot of people had the shits or they had stomach aches.
All right, so if you got to get the toilet paper and whatnot for that one actor, do you wait till other people need stuff as well before you go out?
No,
and,
you're
retrieve it.
You're just on Joey, that guy.
So that's it.
That's it. You're
You
with
don't
him.
care about
No.
Ellen.
No.
So
Well,
Somebody
I mean,
else
if you're
is in charge of her.
if you're on the Ellen show, you definitely care about her if you're
of
working
course,
for her.
but we're handling Joey.
All right, yes,
exactly.
Joey.
If anybody else has the shits, they're on their own.
Right.
So-
that would be another PA. That would be PA 2 for Susie and PA 3 for Jack.
So how many things might Joey need in the course of a day that would actually keep you busy?
he'll want me to go get cigarettes. He might want me to try and go find some Ganja.
Well, actually,
Hookers.
So
Were
we
you
don't-
in charge of that?
No, we don't go that far. I mean,
Okay.
you're either on a music video or on a film, independent film. Usually, they don't have that big of a budget to go and find hookers or anything like that.
That's a shame.
yeah,
So-
but if it's a bigger film, what happens is when an actor accepts a role, they send something called a rider. And the rider basically is a list of their demands of
Yes.
what makes them feel comfortable. So
Yes, like only green M&Ms.
exactly.
And if you put a red one, they start screaming and yelling like a baby.
And most of the things they ask for,
They do.
they won't even eat. Like they'll
Yeah.
ask for all this special stuff and they
All
won't
on the
even touch it.
table in their trailer, and they don't even touch it. So when they're not looking, I'm eating it.
Good for you.
I just eat it. What are they going to do? Fire me?
Screw Joey.
I'm the lowest
right.
on the totem pole.
Well,
if
Joey-
if they fire me, they don't have anybody to bring Joey's freaking toilet paper.
Yeah, and Joey,
know,
Joey
so-
didn't feel like eating after the
So
coffee.
you
anyway.
spend all day just going back and forth to the store to keep Joey happy.
No, I'm on set, and whatever they tell you to do, you say yes, sir. When, how, jump, how high, stop.
You really don't
go.
have time to leave set, and
No.
most sets are actually pretty far away from things because you need to control sound. So it's not
Yes.
like it's not as easy to get in a car and get
unless
off.
you're
Okay.
unless you're the gopher office PA, which means you basically are going to go out and get batteries, and they're coming back, and then they're sending you out for pizza, and then they're sending you out for paper, and then they're,
But they
that-
wouldn't be on the set all the time. Yeah, they
no,
they
you're
would
you're driving up, you're handing it
So
to
that person's never on the set.
no, well they're doing errands, they're an errand boy,
just
and
when
then
they're dropping off. So they'll be bringing scripts and they'll be typing.
So
in
you're one
changes.
step higher than an errand boy.
yes, because I'm
Okay.
on the actual set
right.
doing that now, so.
All right, so that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, but I fucked up the coffee. And I don't drink it, so I didn't really have a way to learn at home.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
hasn't.
I think-
he hasn't improved his coffee skills.
So who are
at
you
all.
making coffee for? Just Joey?
No, the entire set,
All right.
50 to 100 people,
Okay.
and they all got the shits. Yeah, that's a big problem.
That is. I'd have fired you.
Yeah.
I really would have.
I think
dude,
I think I did get fired.
this job is not for you.
Well, no, but did you know how to make coffee on set?
I didn't make coffee on set.
Oh yeah, he's a big man.
He's a big wig.
big cheese.
I had somebody making coffee for me.
Nice.
Yes, but see, you know, hey,
there are two types of people in this world.
hold on a second.
Those who
SDR.
make coffee
yes.
and those who get coffee made for them.
Right.
Okay, but
when
hold
it
on a
comes to getting
second.
the shits, we're all equal.
Yes. But listen to this. Other than just not making the coffee right, other things, I was smart. Boom, boom, boom. I had the walkies. I had this. I had that. I had this. I had all, like a Batman belt. I had all the different things.
Okay.
So I got moved up pretty quick. I'm a likable guy. I'm the Z-Man. I'm funny. I get shit done. I just fuck up coffee.
Sure.
So then, you know what? I got one of the other guys below me to make the coffee for me the next day.
Smart move.
Hey, delegate, right?
Yeah, that is how you.
There you go. And I also said, you know what? Joey's a pain in the ass. After you make the coffee, you hang out with him. Because you know what? Sally over there, she's cute. I'm going to work with Sally today.
Sally is cute.
Yes, there you go.
We all like Sally.
but
Ride, Sally, ride.
oh, jeez. But no, so you work your way up, and the next thing you know, you're in charge of the talent to make sure they get to the set and not to the set. And a quick story about that. This guy, we were in a warehouse where there was these abandoned rooms. They kind of used it for a set for what's that place?
Porn.
No, not that at all. When they put all the bodies in, they burned them.
Crematory.
Yeah,
Murder, mass murder.
no, it was that specific.
Crime spree.
No.
Is this what we're looking for?
It was a set where it was supposed to be like a primitive prison.
Okay.
So this guy went in there, an actor in the movie, the main one in this independent movie, and he went in there and shut the door and took a nap. Well, it was my job to watch out for this guy. He said he's going to go take a smoke break.
Okay.
So I turn, I'm talking to one of the other PAs, because
Sure.
we might want to get a drink later.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, John's gone. He's gone. Boom, he
You have
vanished.
no idea where he is.
I have no idea. He said he's taking a smoke, and we're looking, and we're looking, and we're looking, and we're looking, and I mean, just like for an hour looking for this dude. Finally, I open this door, and there he is, sleeping.
With the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
with
he
a
gets
fake
up.
dead.
It's like The Walking Dead. He gets up and you open the door and he's like,
Yeah. So that
I shit myself to death.
I still didn't get fired though, because who'd I blame it on? The kid who made the coffee.
The dead guy.
It's always the kid who made the coffee.
Yeah, I was the kid who
It's
made the
always
coffee.
him to blame.
I was the guy who made the coffee, but I gave it to the kid who made the coffee.
Smart move.
See,
Yeah.
in my time, I was lucky because Starbucks already existed. So all I would have to do is pick up the order from Starbucks.
What are you saying? I'm old or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, we didn't have Starbucks yet. We had these big thermoses. But I did make a really good iced tea.
Thermos coffee.
I made a good fruit punch and a good iced tea. And then
Did you make Tang?
No, that was like when we were kids. Tang.
Yeah.
That was just what? Orange
Orange
powder.
Tang.
Orange powder.
That came from the moon.
That's correct.
It really?
Yeah.
It came from the moon.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You better check that.
Facts check that.
Wait,
fax,
hold on.
Fax me a copy of that check, please.
Hold on. I feel something. It's a fax coming out of my ass. So let me finish. So
That's what the guy said.
very funny.
God, let me finish. Sorry.
Always got to put a little something in there.
Sorry, I'm being shitty.
Oh man.
I didn't mean to be such a turd. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a turd. All right, so to wrap this up, so that I would have to
wipe this up. Sorry.
Oh my God. I keep telling him to do stand up, but he just doesn't.
Well, it's because what we're talking about right now requires to sit down.
It's
not a lot. If you stand up, in the bathroom, they gotta be.
I
more
feel
than
the sudden
patina.
urge to use a squatty potty right now.
Oh yes. We're gonna
Squatty
get SDR his own squatty potty, and he can do a video and bring it in for us.
What the what? show that to your film buddies.
You don't want to see a video of me using the squatty potty?
No, we'll use our imaginations. You just show the toes. This is what happens when we do this at late night. So to finish this, wrap this up, okay? Worst job, PA, production assistant, personal idiot, whatever you want to call it. That's what we were. But it was a good way to learn the film business. You saw all the different positions that different people did, and then you work your way up, and you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going.
So how long did you work there?
Until they fired him.
Yeah. So
you weren't fired over the coffee. What were you fired over?
probably being late.
Because he kept showing up. They're like, you know, we fired you 2 weeks ago, but you keep showing up.
No. So, oh man, you.
It's like, you know, that kid, we're not going to pay him, but have him clean the bathrooms before he goes.
What do we call that? A work interview?
Yeah, on the job, working interview.
A working interview on the job training. So we're going to have you clean the bathrooms.
Prove yourself. Last night I had a burrito. If you come back out alive, we'll hire you.
Exactly. Oh, man. But you had to.
It's a dirty business.
But you had to have a resume of being a PA for a while. So you had to do these freebies, and you had no freaking idea what you were getting into.
You didn't get paid for any of that?
No. For a first couple of them, you don't, because you had to have a resume. You had to have something to show them.
Back in the day, literally, like, you know, you're competing with hundreds of people that want to get in the film industry.
Yeah.
There's only so many jobs. So
exactly. So you went on Craigslist, and you grabbed the first thing you saw, and you showed up.
You'll work free for a lot in the beginning.
Wow.
And you showed up. And you just, you know, what do you need me to do?
So all those free jobs, what did that lead to?
Work job. I mean,
Okay.
paid jobs.
All right.
You meet people that you'll then work with down the road, maybe not in that year even,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll see them down the road and they'll be like, oh.
Basically,
I remember you. You're the guy that fucked up my coffee.
And they're like, that's why I carry a coffee now, sponsored by Starbucks.
No, the way that it works in Hollywood is like basically when crews get comfortable with each other, they always work together. So
Yes.
that's why you'll always see the same directors in film and directors of photography and everybody and actors or whatever, because basically they know how they work. They know that they can, you know, that they work well together.
That's like Clint Eastwood. He's had the same cinematographer for what, 40 years, something crazy.
It was the same thing with John Wayne.
Yes,
Same
John
director
Wayne.
forever.
Okay.
They stick together, and then they become like a family, and they go
Mhm.
from movie project to movie project. But when you're not in that mix at the beginning, you just have to throw yourself in there and prove yourself. And everybody around you that is in the same position, it's gonna be cutthroat, and they're gonna try and make you screw up or this or that and everything. But
Basically, if
I'm
you
just
show up on time
Yes.
every time,
Yes.
no matter what you're getting paid,
Yeah.
you're more likely going to get hired again.
Yes.
It's that one person that was 10 minutes late one time,
bum,
never get another
gone,
call.
done.
Because time is money, like literally, like
Yes.
overtime is really expensive, and you can
Yes.
kill a budget.
Definitely. So I want to add a little bit to that. There was a PA that I knew, and we're friends. So it's almost like a worse job too, because I was in the truck with him, but I decided to get out because I didn't really think he knew what he was doing. And he was driving a camera truck with thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment. And we're in Malibu, California, and you have to go down and around underneath this bridge to get back over to the parking lot. Well, I told him we're going to need to go down the road more and then turn in the parking lot down there. And he's like, no problem. No, we're going to go. We're going to fit right under the bridge. No problem.
I think I see where this is headed.
So he turned that camera truck into a convertible almost. It looked like a can opener had peeled back that camera truck. And then he proceeds to come to set with this camera truck with the whole top peeled off.
Oh my God.
If we could have a camera just facing at the producers, directors, or everything, I mean, it would have been an insurance commercial. It would have been like, Geico, make sure you know the direction your PA is going today. And yeah, so that's like to add on with the worst jobs, because I was in the truck and I'm like, no, should I stay? No. All right, I'm going to get out. And that's what he did. He peeled that truck back.
Wow.
He wasn't there the next day.
Somehow I believe that.
And thank God they had insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Geico. So yeah, that's it. You know, that's my worst first job.
That's a crazy story.
Yeah. That's a shitty job, man.
So nobody trusts me to make coffee. Just go to Starbucks, or we could say Java down the road in Westerly. Junkin' Java, that is.
Nice.
All right, Odd Kid, you're up. What was your worst job?
I don't think I really had a worse job, but I had only one job that I hated so much I never went back. Like I quit the first day.
That sounds like Sam or Gigi.
Well. So I went to culinary school, and I got a job at this really fancy restaurant called Bonefish. They're only open for dinner, and they only they only bring in one fish, and once it's sold, that's it. They close the doors, so they're not open for lunch, but they're not open for breakfast. It's just one thing. And when you come in, you only have one option on the menu, so it's super easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But since they only have one thing, they make sure that it's the freshest there is. So they literally fly in the fish by helicopter, because we were in Atlanta, Georgia. So there's no ocean there. So
where the hell is the bonefish coming from?
From Florida. So it's originally started in Florida, where the owner used to fish for bonefish, and he thought, might as well open my own place. So he opened it in Florida, and then they opened a new one same owner, opened a new one in Atlanta. But you can't get fresh fish off the dock in Atlanta, so they used to fly it in with a helicopter in the morning. It's crazy. Land it in the parking lot or whatever.
For one fish?
For one fish. It was a big fish, though.
But wait,
it must have cost them like $1,000 to
put it on a
fish
helicopter. Was it just one they would bring, or would they bring multiple for the day?
Just bring one fish, and so the fish was pretty big. And then what happened is
how big? Like 6 feet?
Well, they served other stuff, but it wasn't like that was the main course. So the fish would come in, and the chef was the only one allowed to touch it.
Yep.
So it would come in, and the chef would take it, and he was like perfect. Like he could just like chop, and it was the exact same size. Every single piece of the fish was exactly the same weight.
So he'd fillet it perfectly.
He would chop it up into
steaks, small steaks, yeah,
but thick steaks, maybe like a good 4 inches each one.
Okay.
And then
sort of like a swordfish.
Yeah,
it wasn't a swordfish. I want to say,
but the steaks look like a swordfish steak.
Yeah, kind of like that, kind of like a tuna steak fish.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever had tuna steak.
Yeah.
Or mako. Mm-hmm.
So he would do that, and then it would be his job to prepare that. And then each one of us had a separate duty, and somebody's making the salad, somebody making whatever. But we didn't have anything frozen. There wasn't even a freezer in the building. So everything, including the shrimp, were made by hand. So my first day was
Shrimp boy.
Yeah, and it was beer battered shrimp. So I was dipping it and putting flour on it and breadcrumbs and all that kind of stuff, right? But the table was really low, so I was bent over the whole time. Yeah, so 4 hours of pulling shrimp shit out of it, and dipping it and all that kind of stuff.
Killed your back.
Just killed my back. And I was in so much pain. I could barely stand up. And, but they never stopped, like all day long till dinner, like just go, 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 go. And
did you have that knife that you peel back that hook that comes in to get it? Or are you just fingering it?
No, it had this.
He is fingering that shrimp.
No, it's like
shit.
It's this like weird. It's like a V-shaped knife. And you take the V-shaped knife and you just scoop the shit out.
Yeah, I know that knife.
And it wasn't just the shrimp. After the shrimp, I had to do the squid.
Always.
I don't know if you ever prepared squid before. What you have to do?
Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
So yeah, you got to take the plastic thing out of it.
That's a pain in the ass.
Never prepared
bones or
squid
whatever.
before.
It has like a it's I guess it's I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it has like a cartilage bone structure.
Yes, you have to pull
and you
out.
have to remove it. And that was a pain in the ass as well.
And then the ink goes fucking everywhere, and it's a mess, and it stinks. Oh, it smells so bad.
Man. But I was in so much pain, and I was like, I need a break or whatever. And the chef is an asshole, of course, and he's like, no, wait till you're done. When you're done, you take a break,
Yep.
And about 3/4 of the way through, I took a bathroom break, and I never came back.
So
Hey,
you worked
talk
there
about
for one day?
Talk
Yeah.
about shit. He couldn't handle it.
So the next day I go in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not your guy. I'm not the guy you think I am.
I'm not the shrimp guy.
I can't take any more shrimp shit. I just can't do it. I'm having nightmares about it.
I was fingering that shrimp all day.
I've never been able to look at shrimp the same way ever since.
I don't eat fried shrimp no more.
But yeah, that was like
po' boy shrimp sandwich. Nope.
that was definitely a job I would never go back to. I mean,
Wow.
I'm one of those people to where I'll do anything and I enjoy working, but like that, I could never see myself ever going back for any amount of money. Like there's no way you can get me to clean shrimp shit ever again.
What about gator? Like, did the same place make
No,
shrimp made gator also?
no, but the RJ Gators, which was a restaurant that originated where I grew up in Jupiter,
Mhm.
they would get fresh gator and make it into a fritter.
Huh.
It's kind of cool. It has like a green meat, and it tastes a little
Like
bit like
chicken.
no, like shark. You ever had shark? It's very
Mako.
chewy.
Mako.
Yeah, it's very chewy like shark, like very cartilage.
I've had gator before.
Yeah, gator bites.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like one of the original, and then they got bought by the company that owns TGI Fridays.
Mhm.
And they basically turned them into RJ Gators, but it was TGI Fridays. Like, they just
Right.
happened to have gator tail. And then they created like a commercial version of the gator tail. So it was frozen in a bag. Unlike, in the original store, it was he caught it himself and
Mhm.
whatever. But it took the nostalgia out of it, But one thing that was cool about that restaurant is that
Did you ever work there?
I never worked there. I was too young. But that's the first place I ever saw karaoke. And like the discs
Oh,
were like
no.
this big, the video discs.
Yeah,
Oh
laser
my
discs.
God, the
Yeah.
laser
Yep.
discs were
They were
huge.
huge. And
What'd
so
you sing?
I didn't sing.
And they
any.
would actually show videos.
Yes.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
just the words.
Yeah, it was
like
videos.
watching
like
people
cheesy-
dancing and
Oh
showing the words.
Oh my God, cheesy 80s videos
Yes.
that were like,
Yeah. and because the owner of that place, he was like a big charity guy.
Yeah.
So every single Thanksgiving, he would give away free food to everybody. Not just homeless people, everybody. Anybody that
Nice.
walked up to the door, free turkey.
That's cool.
And then he was the first place that hired anybody. So he was kind of like the McDonald's of town, like 14-year-olds or whatever. Their first
Mhm.
job would work there. And the other thing that was cool is like people would come from all over the country to eat there, and they would donate their license plates to him. So like they'd bring their old license plates, and he would hang them on the wall. And eventually, all the walls were covered to the roof. License
Wow.
plates. It was pretty cool.
from all over the country.
Yeah, because like
Why would I give somebody my license plate?
well, it's kind of like the whole. Well,
How the fuck you getting back to Oklahoma?
I don't get it.
no, like old license plates. Like for example, have you guys?
Yeah, I had dinner, but like halfway down a couple
Yeah,
of blocks,
pulled
the
over.
cop pulls over. He's like, "Yep, you've been to the Gator Place. You left your license plate there."
Well, it's like have you ever
Food
been?
was so good, I had to leave my license plate behind.
Have you ever been to Cabo or Cozumel?
No.
Okay, well they have bars there where the girls have to leave their panties.
Oh,
So-
and their bras. There's a place in the
Could you text me the name of that place when we're done?
it's in the meat packing district.
Senor
in New York.
Frogs.
Yeah, oh yeah, froggies.
Every hour you have to do this dance, like the
Yup.
Senor Frog dance.
They would have a barber chair, and they would pour tequila in your mouth with your head back, and then they'd spin the chair as fast as they could, and people would be like,
Wow, I bet.
boom, fall over on the floor.
And there's like a Senor Frogs in like every Caribbean city.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're very popular.
I've been to a lot of Senior Frogs. What's your worst job ever?
Yeah, it was nothing as exciting as peeling shrimp or working on a movie set, but I was a telemarketer.
Oh,
That's
back
worse.
in
That's
yeah,
worse.
back in the
You can't even tell family about that
You
one. It's
can't.
like, what do you do for a living?
I telemarket.
I clean toilets. I clean toilets.
I'm on the back of the garbage truck.
So
I'm a babysitter.
I'm a garbage man. Oh, we're proud
Right.
of you. I'm a telemarketer. Get the fuck out.
That's it.
Get the fuck out. And if you ever call this freaking house,
What
So, people were
does
very
your son
rude to
do
me.
for a living?
he
I was actually-
aggravates the shit out of people.
I was actually going to school, and it was a part-time job, and it kind of fit my schedule. And I think I did it for maybe 3 months. It could have been 3 weeks, and felt like 3 months.
Did you
I'm
ever
not sure.
Did you ever
but-
talk to somebody that thought you thought might sounded kind of cute and saved your number for later?
Well, you ran into all sorts of people. Most people it was so depressing. Most people, you call them up during dinner time, and you're excited to tell them about the windows that they could potentially be buying, and they hang up on you.
And you're like, Mom, seriously, again?
I'm just trying to make a living, Mom. Please, just accept the call for like at least 3
Come on.
minutes.
Mom, buy at least 2 so I can tell them I did something this week.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Come on.
Okay.
So you had to get like in a 4-hour shift. I think I worked like 4-hour shifts, and you had to get like 5 leads a night. 5 leads in 4 hours.
How many calls would you have to make to get those 5 leads?
Oh God,
100?
at least.
At least
It was
100?
just like you're given these call lists.
Right now, but I've done this too, and I'll explain after. But with that call list, was there a head boss that would come in the beginning of your shift and be like, "All right, we need to make this quota, and if anybody blows up this quota, I'm going to give you, $100 cash," or anything like that? Was there any of that stuff going on?
Yeah, every now and then, if they were having a slow night with leads, they would offer an incentive to come up with some leads.
Like
And
they
it-
would let you out?
And there was always just this one dude that worked there that had this really silky smooth voice that would go off into a private room. And he would come out like
What
10
type of
minutes.
what type of call center was this?
Right, we're
Yeah.
selling windows.
Windows,
Mom, why do you talk to my coworker so much? You don't even talk to me.
And he'd come back with like 20 leads in like 10 minutes. Got him. And his secret was he'd go off script, of course. Instead of
Yeah.
asking the people if, they would like to have a salesman come visit them and get some new windows, he'd always tell them that they had won something.
Oh,
Right.
right. No, see, I thought you meant Windows like Windows computers, but you're talking about like
Like
put,
new pro windows.
put Windows in
right.
like in the house.
right.
Take all the old ones out that were crank windows and put
Yes.
new ones in.
New pro windows.
The ones that flip down, you can wash them, put them back up.
So
all
how did you
those.
make that? You called him and you said, "Hello, sir. Do you have any windows?"
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
have any windows?
Okay.
So I'd give these people a call and I'd be like, you guys own a house
Yes, I do.
or do you rent? Okay, you own a house. That's
Yes, I
great. Just out of curiosity, how old are your windows?
I don't know.
How
I
would
don't-
they know? Would they ask the window?
My house is in from the 18 something. It's kind of colonial, and we've got these old rollout windows. Like,
So they've probably never been replaced.
No, we have a big draft.
All right.
Is it-
Well,
is it draft?
we're offering a free. I don't know what the hell we were offering. So yeah, we're our sales representatives are gonna come over and demonstrate to you the value of our new pro windows.
How are they going to do that? They're gonna replace the windows and then charge them and send them a bill.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's what they
can't
do.
refund them.
No
Yeah.
refund.
If they don't like them, there's no
Too
refund.
bad.
Really? Is there really no refund? Did they
Probably
do that?
not. I don't know.
Wow.
was a
Was it
long
a
time ago.
legit company or was
New Pro Windows, yeah, it was one of the biggest window replacement companies in the United States. I would have to get like 5 appointments in a 4-hour period,
And what would you get paid for that?
like $8 an hour. Like, and I think
Ooh.
you had got like a maybe $6 an hour, $6 to $8. But back
Did you get a
then,
bonus?
minimum wage was like $5 an hour.
But did you get a
So,
bonus if you
got enough leads? Yeah, you got like an extra $1 an hour, I guess.
And what if they actually made a sale?
You would, I don't know. I never got to that point. None of my leads ever generated an actual sale.
So, but you got a lot of phone numbers. That's what's important.
So you would call the numbers. Most people would hang up on you. Every now and then, somebody would tell you off before they hung up on you. And every now and then, you called a lonely person that just wanted to talk to somebody.
Oh no!
And they ended up selling you something.
Right.
And what was that topic?
Well, people just wanted to, tell you about their lives, tell you about their problems.
Really?
Yeah, especially like old ladies wanting to tell you their medical problems.
You could flip the switch and now be a shrink and get paid.
Exactly. So, meanwhile, while all this is going on, there's people in other rooms listening to everybody's phone calls to make sure everything's on the up and up.
Right.
But as time goes on, you realize you're not making your leads. A lot of the people that were there when you first were hired are no longer there because they've been fired. Like they just fire people and train people all the time. So at the end, like we notice these training groups coming up. And we know that, okay, a lot of us are going to get fired in the next round. So that's when we just start really like fucking up, like
on purpose.
On
For fun.
purpose. So we start getting together before work and getting drunk. We're like guzzling beer, wine before work, maybe smoking a little weed. We'd show up wasted and just like start having fun with it, And the other thing that people did was a lot of people weren't home and they would have these elaborate messages on their answering machines. Like a lot of them were set to music, some were patriotic, some were just like rambling on and on. So we would save these numbers, and every time we wanted some comic relief, we would call the numbers that had the crazy answering machines.
So, you're saying this is a worse job. This sounds like fun.
It was torture. It was absolute torture.
Torture until like the last week when you could just...
So like the last few weeks when we realized a bunch of us were getting fired and really didn't care if we got fired because it was such a depressing job. Call after call, people are just hanging up on you or telling you off. Nobody wanted you to call them at dinner time.
Yeah, what is the whole situation to call someone at dinner?
Well,
because they were home.
Know you're there. Yeah, they know you're there.
I know, but what is the average of people that just say blank off or don't even and just hang up? I mean,
that's the other thing. We're trained not to take no for an answer. So if someone says, "Oh, I'm not interested in your windows," then boom, you have this sheet that tells you what to say.
Right.
So you go on and on until they finally hang up on you. Or maybe they make an appointment, but they don't keep it. It's like, it is so depressing.
I used to do something similar to that with mortgages. And they would say if the person that answers the phone says no, ask for their spouse. The wife would answer, or the husband would answer, and they would say no. And he's like, well, apparently you're not the one that makes decisions in the house. Can I talk to your wife? And he's like, you don't want to talk to my wife. I make the decisions. He goes, really? Do you think you have, what it takes to make these decisions? Like he was really rude to them.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah. It was
but
crazy.
Did he make sales?
I mean, nobody lasted long. So even if he made sales, it was like one or two. He was like king of the room for a day and then, fired the next day. Like it was almost impossible. We would get a sheet with like 100 numbers on it and we would have to just call one at a time, one at a time.
It's miserable.
Yeah,
I did it in LA, and it was a fake modeling acting agency. What the heck was it called? I can't remember, but it was a boiler room, literally. And they would come in with wads of cash, and they would say, "Who wants this? Who wants this?
I want it.
Who wants this?
Me.
And
pick me."
And different people would want it, and they would convince these kids to then ask their grandmother to pay for this subscription, or their parent, or and all these, and they're like giving, are you going to get my child on a show?
Can you get mommy's wallet?
Seriously. Yeah. And then they would promise them all these leads to jobs. And I did it for, I don't know, maybe a week. And I realized, you know what? All these leads they're giving them don't exist. or
Wow.
they're from months and months before.
Actually,
And
that's something that's still going on now. So now they do it through text messages. They text you and saying, we see that you're looking for a job. We're looking to hire blah, blah, blah. But it's actually a scam. So if you contact them, then they get all your information for the
Yes.
job, but they're really just stealing your information.
yeah,
Unbelievable.
they make more money than that and actually bring you in for an interview.
Hmm.
So, do you have anything else to wrap that up with your worst job like that?
So finally, me and a crew of people there were having such a good time that they fired us all one
Did you
night.
grab all the staplers and the stickies?
I stole the freaking pen that I would use
what
to
I'm
write
talking
down
about.
the freaking leads.
there you go.
Yeah,
What'd you-
walked
and
away
what'd
with a new pro pen. I was really excited that night.
And what did you do with that pen?
I fucking stabbed my boss that fired me. No.
Oh, he shoved it up his ass.
Okay, so that's well.
I poked a few eyeballs out that night, let's just say.
He still has
Oh.
it.
I think that's everybody for jobs. This is the second part of our 3-part
He's
series.
not so sure. This where are we?
Where are we? Yes, this is part 2.
Hey,
Yes.
everybody, thank you very much for joining us. This was our worst jobs. This is part 2 of our 3-part series about jobs. Don't forget to listen to our previous podcast about our first job, and our next one will be our best job.
I can't wait.
I'm very
Oh,
curious
wow.
about
I
this
cannot
one.
wait.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I don't know.
I promise it'll be less shitty.
Shitty. And I won't make coffee.
So coffee, shitty, and no phone calls.
Yeah, no phone calls. All right.
All right, thank you, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Peace
This
out,
is
everybody.
Pocket23.
All righty.
We're out.
This is the Z-Man saying goodnight.
Later.